Welcome to my spooky channel. I thought we would do something kind of fun and different for this month's unboxing of the Witch's Moon Samhain edition. If you're a new viewer and this is your first time watching my channel, I'm so glad you're here and thank you very much for watching. If you're a returning viewer or a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate you. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope you're holding your loved ones tight. If your loved ones aren't there, I hope you hold yourself tight wherever you are in the world. If you're in the US, I hope you're registered to vote. If you need a ride to the polls on Election Day, which is Tuesday, November 6th, you can visit carpoolvote.com, which is arranging carpools in different areas all over the United States. You can also use the app Lyft, because they're offering 50% off all rides on Election Day if you're going to vote. And in some cases, they're offering completely free rides through some different programs. So please check that out. Please go and vote. Vote for yourself. Vote for your neighbors who have pre-existing conditions. Vote for your friends and neighbors and loved ones who are in marginalized communities, who are in need right now. If you're not going to vote for yourself, at least vote for them. Hopefully, we can make the world a better place with our vote. And as you know, every single vote absolutely positively counts. So no one can stay home. It's a very chilly October here in Pennsylvania. The leaves are starting to turn, kind of a pretty yellow, and some of them are red. It went from July to December. I mean, in terms of weather, we had hot weather, and now it's really quite cold and cozy. I'm drinking some chamomile tea today out of my favorite mug with these beautiful tile prints and a little owlie here. My son gave me this for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I've managed to not break it yet, so that's very good. I got my hair chopped off this month. I think they cut, he said, my hair stylist said he cut about a little bit more than 7 inches, I think. Not the largest amount I've ever had chopped off. I think I've had 9 or 10 a few years ago, which was quite a long ponytail that they chopped off. So I'm super happy to have light, beautiful, fluffy, easy to wash hair. I'm ready for winter now. So usually at the beginning, I hope the light's gonna be all right. I'm trying facing in a little bit different direction with the window behind me and a lamp in front of me, fingers crossed. I'm always interested to know how people who film from home manage to work lighting so that it's not terrible, because I feel like my lighting's substandard. I like to usually draw a card at the beginning of an unboxing, a lot of times at the beginning of my other videos, just to see what sort of approach I might want to take and what kind of attitude I might want to hold that might be beneficial for you and for me. And I'm going to use today a card from the Phantasmagoric Theater Tarot, which I think is, there's the glare, okay. I think this is a highly underrated deck. It's been out since 99, I think it's 1999, so it's almost 20 years old. I can't believe that. And it's made by US Games, and it's still in print. I'm almost positive it's still in print. I probably will not remember to check before I upload this, so apologies if it's out of print. It was printed in, I think it was printed in Belgium. Let's see. Sorry. No, it was printed in Switzerland. And the cardstock is actually quite nice. There's a bit of gloss, but it's quite nice, and there's a silky feel to it. A little bit of glare, but not much. The card size is enormous. I'm already a little bit sorry I picked this one because it's huge. So I've got really big hands, but this is still big. And the back, the number 56, so the artist who did this, his name is Cameron, no, hang on. Glasses again. His name's Graham Cameron, and I want to say he's British, and he did this deck when he was, I believe he was 18 years old, and he did it over the summer, like between school terms, and did the artwork. The whole world of the tarot is a world that he has created with these really fantastical beings and creatures who are all participating in a theatrical play. And they're all kind of quirky acting critters. They're acting critters. And so each card has a really specific, in-depth kind of story behind it, and it's super clever. And if you like interesting, quirky, clever decks, you might enjoy this one. I love stuff like this where you can tell someone really put a lot of thought and heart and love and energy into it, and imagination and creativity. I love imaginative, quirky people. They're some of my favorite people. But Graham uses a numerical system that's unique to his, that's about people's life path numbers, and 56 is his life path number. So that's why he's got that on the back. And he puts symbolism and different things like that. The artwork itself reminds me a little bit, let's see if I can find something in here. Reminds me a little bit of like the Rugrats cartoon from the 1990s. And there's some other, I think, cartoons that were done in this sort of art style then. So it's, look at him, who is this guy? He's the King of Cups. It's super quirky, and it's fun, it's huge. But the cards feel really nice. I don't use it a lot, which is a shame because it's a fun little deck. Let's pick a card. What would be, what would be fun for you and for me? What will make this the most fun? Okay, and we have the Three of Cups. We've got these three little friends here. There's a kind of a teddy bear cat, sort of in the middle, and he's got a yellow cup. And these two little masked alien sort of guys, they have their each their own green cup. And they're out in the desert, but that's okay. They've got the things they need. Looks like some blocks here to play with. Oh, it's dice. So they've got dice. The drinks, the cup. Do you know what? I think I got the Three of Cups. I think I get the Three of Cups often. I should go back and look. I feel like I get the Three of Cups often for these kind of unboxings and things like that, which is sort of like, oh, just have fun, Laurie. Just stop fussing about it and just have fun. No, see, that's my negative inner voice. Let's see what Graham has to say about our Three of Cups. Let's see. This is quite a nice little white book. It's small, but it's not skimpy. The majors, if I remember correctly, have a bit more. They have a bit more writing than the minors do. Let's see. Three of Cups. Okay, here's what he says. Let's see. So a reunion is taking place in Water Cup Desert. Oh, that's right. There's a different land for each of the suits. There's a different area. And this Water Cup Desert, I believe, is it's a desert that surrounds an oasis where all of the water from the cups is. So it's like the oasis of love and emotion and feelings and creativity and things like that. And this is the desert that's around there. So that's where these guys live. A reunion is taking place. Oops, sorry. Three friends share their feeling of love and joy for one another. They drink of each other's love. They sense joy and beauty around them. So the author says the divinatory meaning is Three of Cups represents getting together with old friends, eating, drinking, and the feeling of love. That's great. Okay, so we'll just have fun. Okay, on to the box. As usual, they make an excellent packaging box. This is the internal box, which comes in a very discreetly marked external box. So if you had it shipped to an office or something like that, it doesn't say, here's your monthly witch box, which is quite nice. And also these boxes work really well for storage in between times. Alrighty, so this is the Samhain theme, and when you open it, let me see here. There's always kind of a little letter and an oracle card all tied up with some artwork on top. And typically, there we go. So let's see, this, you know what, I recognize this oracle, but I don't have it. Here's the back. Is this Blessed Bee? Is this the Blessed Bee oracle? It's quite glossy. This says a blessing to bring prosperity. That's lovely. Look at all our apples. I just got some really interesting apples that I've never tried before. I don't remember the name of them. If I have a chance, I'll try to put it in here. So whatever it is, the brand of apple. It's a brand that I haven't tried before. And I'm going to make some, I think we might make some apple crisp a little bit later today. And she looks like a fairy, like the apple prosperity fairy. With wings in her hair. Oh, that's quite pretty. I think this might be called Blessed Bee or Celtic something. Let's find out. Each box always comes with a really thorough itinerary. That too. It's also an itinerary. Inventory. Oh, it's going to be one of those days where I don't have my English. I don't have any words. Sorry about that, guys. If it's a day with no words. And the theme for this one is Circle of Magic, Samhain edition. Here we go. With Samhain upon us, we cast our circle of magic and become one with our purest selves, for we know that our intentions are the most powerful force behind manifestation. In the most anticipated collection, we have curated and sourced one-of-a-kind items that can be found nowhere else. Join us in this sacred month as we step through the veil. Okay, so I think I've talked about this in the past, but just in case you're new, the company offers, sorry, I'm not used to the hair yet. The company offers curated gift boxes sent monthly. And I think in the last one I said they're kind of expensive because it feels a little bit expensive. I think it's $54. And then people started telling me how much this costs if you live somewhere else that isn't the US, if you live in Canada, Australia, or, you know, different places in the world. It's, I guess, a lot more expensive. So my apologies. And that made me glad too, because it feels like a little bit of a splurge. And so it made it feel like maybe it wasn't quite as excessive. Oh, what's it matter? We deserve it, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, so let me just have a peek about this oracle, personalized oracle reading. It says we have selected a card for you from the Blessed Bee Blessings deck by Lucy Cavendish. And it gives you a blessing for whatever challenges you may be facing. So a blessing to bring prosperity. Good. Well, let's let that be for all of us right now who are watching. Let's let this, as we sink into this prosperous time of year. It's spring if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. Very lovely. And let's let that be for all of us. I'd love that. Okay. So the artwork, looks like there might be two. There's two pieces of art again this month. The art is usually made by the same artist. We've got Book of Shadows artwork, which was hand-drawn especially for, what? For a magic wand. You guys. Ah! I think we're getting a magic wand. Because I'm the queen. I think we're getting a magic wand. Wow. Okay, back to that in a minute. The second piece of artwork is, it's all by Adrienne Alden. She's done the art before. That's, honoring the ancestors spell artwork. To accompany, gross. Sorry about that, folks. To accompany your Samhain spell collection, we have had a special Book of Shadows created to reference during ritual. This artwork, yes, got instructions, ingredients, incantations for honoring the ancestors. This sounds wonderful. Lifting the veil incantation, components and ingredients. each one of these comes in a kind of a plastic for storage. And I actually am taking these out of this plastic, and I bought a, let me see if I can find it. Yep. I bought a presentation binder, they called it on Amazon, so that I can slip artwork that I'm not using in here. So I took it off the backing and I'm slipping it in here. I may end up putting pieces of heavy cardstock to keep them stiff, but it seems like they're being protected okay this way. And it was only maybe $6 or $7 on Amazon. It was quite inexpensive, but it's a nicer way for me to store them because I don't really have a lot of space. Okay, so let's see what's next. The color theme seems to be kind of very apple-y and autumnal. Looks like some of the brown filler and some cranberry tissue paper. The presentation is always really beautiful. They go to a lot of trouble not just to get it here safely with a lot of bubble wrap and things like that, but to make it pretty and to make it feel like a present when I open it, which is lovely because that's what it is. This is my birthday present to myself all year long for my 50th birthday, because why not? Why not? Okay. Oh, we've got a silky bag with some things in it. It's always a little bit like one of those ASMRs because all the sounds and everything feels really luscious and delicious. Oh, that feels like a candle. This whole box, I'm gonna stick my face in it. It smells so good. I smell Lang Lang maybe? Jasmine? Gardenia. I smell some kind of a floral, very strong floral smell. Okay. So there are a lot of little, sorry, I'll show you what I'm looking at so that you can see. There are a lot of little bags and little jars and wrapped up things in there. So you can see how lovely it is. I'm kind of having a hard time deciding what I want to open first. So, all right. Here we've got, I think it's Yerba Santa leaf. Quite nice. And this is going to be for putting around our physical space. It helps for enlightenment and realization during ritual. To put it around the physical space to enhance psychic powers and to enable beauty to be present. It's also a protective herb. And it's a wonderful addition to spells of pure intent. So that's Y-E-R-B-A, Yerba Santa leaf. Let's see what this smells like. Do you think it can be burnt for cleansing? For cleansing rituals and things like that? It doesn't say, but I'll do a Google. The bag smells very strongly, whatever that flower is, so that's what I'm smelling right now. So I'm not detecting any kind of a smell. Next, yeah, let's look in this big brown silky bag. And inside we have a few things. This looks like it might be one of those tea balls for herbal tea that you put in a glass. We used to have one a long time ago when my daughter Grace was little, and she loved those tea flowers, jasmine, and the different flavors. And then we broke the insert, and then we broke the lid, and then we broke the teapot, and I haven't got another one yet. So that looks like that's what that could be. And here are, I think that says Mum. That's what my kids call me, actually, Mum. It's kind of a regional thing, lots that happens in, I live in the Pittsburgh area. A lot of native Pittsburgh people have slang and things like that that is carried down from the original English settlers here and Scotch, as well as Scotch-Irish settlers. Ooh, and we've got a candle and I think a piece of Palo Santo. So let's read what we've got. Oh, that smells lovely. Beeswax. When yeah, here's the spell. When my If you want to fast forward through Laurie's digression number 2. I think this is going to be a big digression video. I hope you all don't mind. When my kids were little, we did Waldorf homeschooling, and part of that was a lot of like natural ingredients and natural things, and they modeled with beeswax, and so we made beeswax candles. And we haven't done it in a long time, although we've got beeswax around. The smell is just really nice. It brings back memories, so that's lovely. Okay, so I was not reading. There must be 2 candles in here because this bag is the Samhain spell collection inside this brown drawstring bag used for the Honoring the Ancestors spell. That was from the artwork. Okay, and it contains a bunch of things. So it contains a candle, which, oh, I see, okay, which it's inscribed. Look, there's a rune inscribed on it here. So it's a hand-rolled Samhain candle, and it has the Othila, O-T-H-I-L-A, Othila rune. Left without herb or oil, the candle can be dressed with the oils that have sacred meaning for my personal journey and intention. It's got some Palo Santo on it. Twinned a stick. It talks about it being the holy wood, and as you light your stick of Palo Santo, allow the smoke to carry away with it your anxieties and your emotional attachments. And as you use this sacred wood in ritual, you'll notice your ability to deepen your spiritual connection, becoming stronger, raising your vibration, and your creativity becoming more vibrant. Doesn't that sound really nice? Whoops, we just got, I think the sun just moved into that window. I hope the lighting is still okay. That's lovely. I like Palo Santo, and I do use it a lot just in the living space. There is a double happiness honoring tea. Oh, it is. It's a flowering tea, which is the green tea with chrysanthemum, amaranth globe, and jasmine flowers. So that's lovely. I have some clear, don't have a clear teapot. I do have some clear glasses. I'll look for something clear to put that in. This is chrysanthemum or the mum flowers, which are used in protection spells. You can sprinkle mum on each corner to protect from unwanted spirits or unwanted visitors. And it can also be rolled, the candle can be rolled in it. I could use that protection from unwanted visitors. I'm such a hermit. Okay. Lovely brown bag. Let's see what's next. Ooh, this feels like a crystal. I might save this and go with the... It's going to be some... They always include salts. And let's see if you can focus on that. I'm not sure who this is right here. Is it triple goddess? No, it looks like just 2 faces. Oh, here we go. Alchemical goddess, sacred salt. Oh, it's for the wisdom of the crone for the dark half of the year. Holding the lessons and the know-how, the crone resembles the essence of the alchemical goddess. That must be who is right there, the alchemical goddess. She is able to turn base metals into pure gold. This helps to open our spiritual gateways to receive wisdom from the ancestors and spirit guides. So it's more to work with the ancestors. That's lovely. What's in here? Frankincense and myrrh, lavender, marjoram, chrysanthemum, a special mix of our crone magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery. I wonder if this is what I've been smelling. Oh no, it's nice. I can smell them. I'm always gonna do that. Offer it to you. Do you want to sniff? Sniff. Do you smell the lavender? Do you smell myrrh? Yeah, that's what I smell, lavender and myrrh. Okay. So let's do the bottle next, because I think this might be what I'm smelling. I hope it hasn't leaked at all. It seemed to. They put it in a terrific, very, very solid zip bag, and then wrapped again inside with the bubble wrap. They do a really fantastic job. And what do we have? Queen of Wands anointing oil. The Queen of Wands has been stalking me almost all of this year. And here she shows up in the oil. Let's see if this is what I'm smelling. They usually put some fun, I wonder if you'll be able to see. Let me try holding it in front of this light. Oh, you can see a little bit of what's inside the bottle. And it's usually, I definitely see crystals and herbs and some other things. Oh, that's lovely. I can't quite tell. I think it might be more myrrh. Let's find out. So here is the Queen of Wands magical oil, a gleaming example of fire and strength. So it intensifies energy that sits within your sacred tools and objects. So you can place this on your wand, if you have a wand, jewelry. They've enchanted the magical oil with sandalwood, myrrh, cinnamon bark, frankincense, cinnamon and chrysanthemum flower, as well as the Lemurian quartz, and the Intensify magical oil from their personal cabinet of witchery. And this one comes in a sunflower oil base, which they say some people may be sensitive to, but I'm not. Oh, that should be nice. Very nice. Okay. Ooh, we've got, this is what I'm smelling. The incense. I think it's either jasmine or gardenia. I can't quite identify it. This I actually like. I have to be honest, I love this box, but I'm going to be honest about all the things. I'm not an enormous fan of the incense that they include. Now my daughter really likes it, but some of it feels perfumey to me and some of it smells a little powdery to me. But I'm really picky about incense, and I really only like one or two kinds of incense. My favorite incense. Oh, that's nice. This is nice though, my favorite incense is by a company called Nitiraj, N-I-T-I-R-A-J, and it's Nitiraj original, and they're hand-rolled. They're very moist, lovely. All right, let's see what this is, if they tell us. Incense is Spirit Guide incense. Ooh. It doesn't actually say the smell at all. It just says, as you light your Spirit Guide incense included in this collection and allow the interesting and complex fragrance, maybe they don't know either, to float through your sacred space. Be still. Focus your energy on becoming one with the environment that surrounds you. Visualize the warmth of support that enters through the thinning of the veil, and allow the smoke of the Spirit Guides incense to bring with it a sense of companionship and unity as your Spirit Guides send messages through your senses. That's lovely. Really nice. Okay, next. Ooh, this is going to be a candle, I think. Yeah, it was the wick. The wick gives it away. Ripping the paper, that's okay. And I've learned to open it very... Oh, no, it's undressed. Good. They're often dressed and then kind of everything crumbles. It says, as above, so below. And it's just a very lovely kind of cranberry wine-colored candle. So let's see. This is an as above, so below candle with the spell included. They always tie a little piece of parchment paper. Let's see if I have one. I don't have one. It's just a very thin kind of a bookmark. Well, bigger than a bookmark. Probably half of a printer sheet of paper with some kind of words or phrase or whatever on it. And this candle and spell are about connecting with universal power. As you light this candle, envision the stars surrounding you, connecting to the energy that runs through you, becoming one. This candle has been enchanted with spearmint essential oil. I don't really smell it. And we've also included the special mixture of our Vitality magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery. It's wrapped with a spell from their Book of Shadows, and they tell you to recite it aloud 3 to 7 times while burning your candle. I have a little cabinet myself of essential oils, and we do have some spearmint. I think that I got in a summer, like a summer special package from the oil company a couple of summers ago. And the oils in our house at least last forever. Most of them do. Spearmint's not one that I would use a lot. We go through like lemon and lavender, breathe. We go through a lot of that. There's an On Guard, which is kind of like, it's like the Thieves blend. It's protective for we're using On Guard a lot right now to help, you know, prevent against colds and immunity. It helps your immunity and things like that. There's one called Balance, which is a grounding blend. I do use that a lot. I'm not sure that there's any that I use a digestive blend all the time. I do tend to go through that a lot because I rub that on my belly because I have inflammatory bowel disease. And it works, you know, it's working nicely. It's helping. Okay. Next, let's open the crystal. This lovely silky bag. Yes, it is going to be a crystal inside another bag. Looks like a piece of amethyst. Ooh, it's nice. Oh, look, it's beautiful. Look at the... It's like it's I have another one very similar to this. Let me go get it. I say similar. It's similar in that it's a what I would consider a pointing crystal. And I always call this one my witch's finger. Because see how it looks like a finger. And I can go like there, 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 there. And this one reminds me of that. It's larger. There, right there. It's just like made for fingers and a thumb. There. Let's read about it. This is an enchantment crystal. That's quite lovely. To accompany you during ritual, allowing you to release and let go of anger, frustration, disappointment, and anxiety, so you're able to fully realize your intuitional capabilities. A strong stone of the goddess, this beautiful point has been charged with the energy of spiritual power and conviction. Allow this stone to amplify the power that settles beneath unwanted energy so that you're able to fully realize the strength that you can manifest within your circle of magic. There's a little affirmation that goes with it. The affirmation is lovely. I'll read it to you. I hold within me an unlimited resource of beauty and magic. I open the pathways within myself to manifest my intentions fully. I hold within me an unlimited resource of beauty and magic. Let's remember that. Lovely. Okay. Last but not least, so since we know what it is, let's read about it first. It's a handcrafted magic wand with a sewn sheath. And created, specifically crafted. Each one is different from the next. Has been carved one at a time. A custom sewn sheath. It's fashioned from teak wood embellished with quartz crystal point to further amplify. Ooh, let's see. Okay, I'll read more in a minute. Let's see it. Quite large. Very well wrapped. Oh, it's quite lovely. It's not hand sewn, but it was sewn by someone on a machine, which is fine because they did they used a serger for the edges, which is fine. I do that also. I just consider hand sewing kind of needle and thread. That's quite nice. It's like a faux suede with a little tie that ties down like this. That's quite nice. Ah, look at that crystal. See, there, you can see through it. Can you see? Look. Wow. Oh, that's a beauty. And looks like it's carved up here. Ooh, what have we got? Ooh, look. It's like a knitting needle on the end. Quite, I don't know that I've seen one that is pointed on the non-business end. Usually they're pointed on the, the business end. And it's kind of like, is it flames of fire or is it a little bit more like roots? No, I love it. It's like roots, isn't it? Yeah. Wow. It's nice, hefty. It's top heavy. Okay, so let's see what they say. So they say that teak wood provides auspicious energy. It has water energy for healing properties. I love that, a water energy wand. So this is sort of like maybe water plants. Oops. Sorry about that. That was the phone that's playing my background music just went off. So where were we? We were on teak wood that had, I think we were on water energy? Natural healing properties, simulating prosperous, healthy growth and new opportunities. It generates stability. It reduces stress. I'll take it. Increases mental awareness and clarity. I'll take that as well. Teakwood naturally raises consciousness, harmonizes the body and soul to new vibrations. We place this wand in this collection for the purpose of casting your protective circle in preparation for ritual. In specific, the spell to honor the ancestors. If you're new to working with a wand or casting circles, take time to become comfortable with the process and allow yourself to connect to the wand in your own unique way. Wow. So that is certainly a gigantic gift. Gosh. Here we are, working with the ancestors. Have you all felt that, they always talk about this year, the thinning of the veil, and the veil is thinning. And I feel that periodically at different times of the year. In anthroposophy, which is Rudolf Steiner, the holy nights that happen between Christmas and Epiphany are seen as a time of the thinning of the veil. And people often do a lot of deep spiritual work with the holy nights. In fact, you can Google about it. Maybe I'll try to talk more about it around Christmas time this year and share some links and things like that. So don't run off and Google now because it's far away. Unless you're, a Virgo or another sign that likes to research things. And then, you were going to Google anyway, weren't you? So, so they always talk about at Samhain and the thinning of the worlds, the thinning of the veil between the mundane world and the spirit world, between us and the spirit world, people who have passed, people who are in spirit, different kind of spiritual energies. This year, it's been, it's always something that I've noticed, but this year it's been a kind of, I can't ignore it anywhere. And we keep having, I mean me, the people in my household and my family and stuff like that, keep remarking on different kind of experiences that we're having where it feels as though the energy of the spirit world is, and spirit is really powerful, really powerfully present right now for us. So I'm feeling a lot of comfort. I met a new spirit guide actually this month doing a meditation that was on another channel, which I don't remember the name of the channel, but I can put the link below. And I had an opportunity in the middle of this video to kind of begin to meet a new spirit guide who has, unbeknownst to me, been with me probably one of the longest times of any of the guides that I know that I have. And I was really blown away by it. It was a really powerful experience. But just as far as different kinds of spirits and energies and things that are just around your house or kind of in your everyday life and angels and things like that, it feels like it's been much, much more present this year. And I think it's probably been much more needed, but it might have something to do with the different planets, Venus being in retrograde, and is Uranus also? I only have a vague passing knowledge about that kind of thing, but I would definitely like to learn more. So I think I'll definitely be taking advantage of this box to do a little bit of these kind of rituals and intention setting and things like that, particularly this week running up to Halloween, Samhain. So I guess that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any thoughts or comments or questions, I always love to hear them below. And if you're in the US, please vote. If you're not in the US, please nag people in the US to vote because, as you all know, the what happens in the US affects the whole world, because, you know, we're a world. We live in a global society. Look right here. Where are you in the world watching me? You know, sitting in my little bedroom in my house in Pennsylvania, on the eastern half of the United States. And you're somewhere, you may be somewhere else in the United States, somewhere else in the world. We have a global society. We're all one people. And what happens to all of us really needs to matter everywhere. But when you're a person of privilege, and if you live in a country where you're able to vote, if you're an American citizen, you do have a level of privilege over where you would be if you lived in a country that did not have a democracy, even though it doesn't particularly feel privileged for a lot of people right now. But we should exercise that by voting, so I hope you all do. And if you're sorry about, you know, if people are tired of the political talk, I'm sorry about it, but you know, I have to keep talking about it. It's too important. Too many people matter. So that's that. And I guess I will just see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, take care.